So this time around, I've picked a Velvet Underground song. There's been a lot of discussions about where goth music started and who was the first, and whether it was Screaming Jay Hawkins or based on a report, a newspaper article, whether it was The End by The Doors, which called it gothic music. But most people tend to say that everywhere there's an influence of the Velvet Underground. So much that you have to have a Velvet Underground song. And I've gone for All Tomorrow's Parties, which was covered immensely. Great cover by Japan. It's a really simple song. I'm going to teach it on the 12 string, but you can play it on normal, acoustic, electric, whatever you want. It just sounds really nice because it's all open chords, really simple chords. It just comes down to a little bit of timing. And we're going to run through it. It's got a little bit of a different kind of setup, like chorus, verse kind of thing, but we'll go through it. The chorus kicks off with a chorus actually, and basically we're going to play a D, and then it's going to be a little run of a C, G, D, and then a G, A minor, A. Okay, so let me give you some hints on how I play this. You can play a D the regular way, where you've got your first finger on the third string, or you can play it the other way around. I just prefer to play it this way, it just seems to make more sense to me. It also gives me the ability to go back to a D minor, really simple, but D, and then we're going to play that, what costume shall the poor girl wear? So in order to do that C, G, D, we're going to play the G a little bit different. The C's like the regular, and basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to move these two fingers up a string or down a string in tone and put my pinky back in on the first, and back to that D. See, I'm not having to switch too much between, if I was going from the G to the D. It's a little bit more tricky than, just seems a little bit more natural. So, what costume shall the poor girl wear? And then the next part is that G, E minor, A. Same reason I'm playing that G like this, because now all I'm doing to go to the E minor is just I'm leaving this finger, my index finger, exactly where it is, and just putting my third finger back in for that E minor. And then when I take the A, I've already got two fingers in place. Got it? And then the beginning of the verse, which is very similar to the chorus, starts exactly the same way with the same chord progression, that D, C, G, D, G, E minor, A. Then you go into that, and what will she go, and what will we do, or what shall she do, which is basically just G. Where will she go, and A, will she do? Back to the G. When midnight comes up, round back to the A. She'll, and then it's after the she'll to the D. And once more to C, G, D, and then we finish the verse with G, A, D. So if you're watching my fingers and trying to figure out where the words come in, and where will she go, and what will she do when midnight comes around? She'll turn once more to Sunday's clown and cry behind the door. And that's it. So if we play the verse part through very slowly, it's basically at the end, like you know, when you finish a chorus or a verse, you just hold that last note. So you know, if you just go from that. Embellish, you can put your little pinky in on that first string on the 3rd fret. And that D, just hold it, because you basically when you go back in, you're going back to that chorus and and that's it. That's the whole song. I told you it's really simple. Yeah, let me know what you think. Really appreciate it. Like if you can hit a like, subscribe, hit the notifications, do a share. Tell me what you think. If you've got any special requests. Basically, you know, it's like any feedback I can get is what gives me motivation to carry on. I'm not doing this for anything other than just like a bunch of fun. Yeah, and let me know what you think.